Welcome back, everyone, to Bretopia, and we are here in the enchanting room at the enchanter's house, and we're going to need some window space here. Ah, good. So I've gotten many of the rooms. Well, there's some walls that are still not up. I have some walls up. I have stairs going upstairs. So a little bit of progress in there, but of course I still need a bit more in order to make this a nice presentable area. But the most important thing I think for us to make right now is this enchanter's table. That's the entire purpose of this build, is to be able to do enchantments. And there it is, my enchantment table. And that is to go right onto the black area there. Good. And I also have some bookshelves. Yes, I have been raising cattle all over the place. Yeah, there are still some left after that. But he has a large number of cattle all up now, and I think I want... Oops. Well, actually, I intended that to go up. Fortunately, if I was going to make that mistake anywhere, that was the place to make it, I think. But if worse comes to worse, I suppose I may have to... Wait, let's see. I need... Right, that's one. That's... Alright, let me get this, since I've managed to get enough things wrong already. 2, 3. Alright, so this is my set of 8. Now this was to be my set of 4. That's 2, that's 1. Alright, so this is how my bookshelves are going. So I've got 8 there, I got 4 there, I've got 2 there, I've got 1 there, and I'm hoping that these torches will operate properly. And if I've got something wrong in the mix, well, that's life, and I'll just have to break one and go into there. And unfortunately, you break bookshelves, you don't get bookshelves. I can't remember what you get, but it's not a good bargain on that. But let's do some enchantment, because that's the entire reason I'm bringing this up. Now, next thing I need to make, though, is a fishing pole, because I finally got a second piece of string while exploring the cave under here. So let's go into there and enchant a fishing pole so that I can get that started. Oh, he's got torches up! Yeah. Hey, I got all these torches up. I was like, why can't I see anything? Of course, the torches are there. Right. Now I can see all this. I can see all the letters coming in there, and I will need to get some light around here. I certainly don't want to break up anything. Fortunately, I think I can light that up without interfering with anything. Yeah, I can see that moving there, that moving there. This is... Yeah, right. I think everything is in motion there. So now let's put this back in here. Yeah. Full... Oh, yes, right. Because you need 3 in order to get there. Right, so let's see what we have. Lure 2, Unbreaking 1, and Unbreaking 1. Now, alright, let's see what I get for lure 2. Because one of my plans here on the is getting a fishing pole good enough so that I'm hoping to be able to fish up a mending fishing pole. So that's the long-term plan on the matter. So here we go. Lure 2. Now, are you allowed to add an enchantment onto enchanted item? No, of course not. So therefore we won't have that. Now, shears. Yeah, I didn't think you could do that. But that's... Now these are some new... Well, it's not... Oh, that's right, because I broke that because I killed a couple of cattle and you saw me do what I did there. Now, one of the reasons for doing this, of course, is to allow me to get some... spend some of this experience before I inevitably get killed and everything goes wrong. Unbreaking 1, knockback 1. Okay, I'll take the unbreaking there. For this, I still got 32 levels. Unbreaking 2. Efficiency. Oh yeah, I'll take the efficiency for the axe. And then for the pickaxe, this is going to be my final thing. I could take it 30. Ooh, efficiency or... Well, knowing my history, I better take the unbreaking. Right. So now I have some enchantments. And now if I stick anything else... Of course, I'm out of stuff to stick in there. But that'll do for that for now. Oh, actually, there is one more thing I wanted to throw in there. See what happens for my diamond pickaxe. Now, this is my second diamond pickaxe, and you can see this one is already starting to be on its last legs. But I just used my last diamond in order to make this enchanting table. And, of course, I won't be able to get to a 30, so therefore I should be able to... What happens if I do that? Or... Yeah, alright. Good. That turned off a couple of things there. So now unbreaking 1, efficiency 2, fortune 2. Ooh. Yeah, I'll take the fortune. Right. I know it's not top of the line or anything like that, but it will get me going. And it's just the beginning of enchanting. Right. So that is my enchanting room. Down here, I have built a tunnel down here. It does eventually reach diamond level. It goes down to a natural cave system that was down here, which I'm still exploring. Eventually, those tunnels do lead down to diamond level, but I haven't found any diamonds yet, but I'm hopeful to do so at some point in the near future. Okay, let's try out this fishing pole. Now, no, I'm not going to do an entire episode of fishing. Don't worry about that. Just going to do 1 or 2 tosses to see what I get here. Hopefully something nice. Most likely I've forgotten how I fish. Though I have done some fishing in the previous series where I was doing quite a bit of fishing. And yeah, fishing is like waiting for paint to dry or something like that. In other words, not the most exciting thing in the world. Especially when it takes a long time for that fish to arrive. Where is that fish? Oh, there it is. Thank you. And I caught a fish. Oh, what a surprise. I know. You go fishing and you catch a fish. Anything else out here? Okay. I'm just doing 2 of them, so therefore this is the last one. There we go. Just 2 fish, nothing else. So you get the idea. So hopefully and that was with lure, right? Because I would thought that with lure I would have gotten something a little bit faster. So I'll be building a chest, putting out there, and between takes or whatever, I'll probably be doing some fishing in order to see if I could pull up a bow and a better fishing pole. But that's for later. But anyway, this is my enchanting room, which is the entire reason for building all this. I've got my cow there, which I could continue because I do have some extra leather here, so I could start making things like picture frames and stuff like that in the future. But I do need to get these walls up. But before we really start getting serious into walls, we want to think what we're going to do about these windows. Oh yeah, I've put the wheat field right next to the house. So therefore, that's going to make that a little bit more of a challenge. And the idea is how I want to frame these windows. How about, that's right, I was wanting to do that in, oops. I was wanting to do that in spruce. So I'll be doing spruce highlights, and that's what we're going to be in a moment. Right now, I need to get some rest, and then I'll probably go and do some fishing, as in when we're back, we could take care of these windows and perhaps some other trim in order to neaten up this house. But that'll be in a moment. I did a bit of fishing and I didn't get much of interest, just mainly junk, but I did get a new fishing pole, a unbreaking 3 and mending. That's, well, not exactly what you call the most useful combination. I mean, the mending is sort of makes the unbreaking 3 redundant, though I guess it does mean it'll survive the first few moments before I get the experience and put things up. But I'm going to combine that with the lure too to make it a little bit more useful and just repair it a little bit. Yep. So therefore I've repaired it a little bit. With between unbreaking 3 and mending, it should survive long enough in order to let the mending kick in and give myself a nice, decent fishing pole so that I can get more stuff. But that's it for that, and I'll be back in a moment where we could start on the trim to the house. After spending a bit of time coming out here, then... Actually, I wonder what would happen if I was thinking of moving my bedroom here because of that narrow corridor in here, but another possibility is just widening this corridor. The question is, can I widen it without too much trouble? So what happens if I extend this a little bit? That's what happens! Well, that's certainly out of the question. Because to widen the corridor, I will need... But that's not the only possibility on how to... Yeah, I could put a fence there to make things safe, and then come across here. Because that was my main concern, was getting that done. Like now, if I do that, I am going to have to replace this a bit with the proper flooring, and then we'll see how that works. Good, I got that back. Done. So what I wanted to do was to create a balcony. And the idea was to have a balcony space that looks here. And in fact, that's the reason why I didn't want to do that here, because I wanted to have an indoor balcony here attached to the bedroom to look over this area, and this area is going to have a high ceiling. The idea is that this is the private area for the enchanter, because this is where he does his enchantment. You will notice that the enchanting table itself is not visible from the outside because we've got these bookshelves in the way, and that's the entire idea there. So therefore, this area is sealed off. So this is where he keeps his materials that he doesn't want people fiddling with. His bedroom's up there, and maybe a bit of storage. The enchanting room is here, and then you have these doors here to keep people from going inside. And this will be the guest room, which is going to very much need a window, because I think the guests would like to be able to see outside. Actually, give a nice view for the guests. So I think 2 windows will certainly be in order for that. But obviously I'll have to get that into a better look eventually. But that's what we have for the guest room. This will be the kitchen area, living area, maybe a bit of a dining room here. I was going to say, that's the pantry, right? No. Well, that's where you keep the fresh meat, yes. Now, what I want there then is to have two balconies, one facing this way and one facing this way. And that this is to be indoors in order to be able to have a look at everything from here. But of course, then we also have a balcony to the outside here. Very good. Now, what I do though is want to have the balcony as a thinking spruce for the balcony. And of course, I went up here without. Okay, no, I'm not going to use birch for it. This is, you almost think of this as, not quite scaffolding, but as a premise test. All right, there we go. Now, did I get this right? No, that was right. So the idea there is this will go out like this. That tree's going to have to go, apparently. And we'll need braces for the... Yeah, I think I definitely want this to go in a little bit. Like this. Good. And that way we go out a bit. And this is... I'll have a fence post here. And that's to represent some sort of foundation that's trying to keep this up and also double it as a railing of sort. And this will go out for a few as soon as I get rid of that tree. And then underneath, we will have some support. Now, should the support be in spruce, or I will need a faster way to get in and out than going that way. Okay, see, that's the enchanting room. Ooh. Well, that's going to be a problem. Yeah. I was thinking of having some steps up there in order to close it off, but that's not going to... Oh, especially since... Ha 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 ha. Well, it wouldn't have worked out anyway. All right, actually, let's keep that. Instead of a fence there, we would actually want... just to have an extra layer of spruce there. But if that's spruce, then I don't want spruce above it because I want a little bit of contrast between the support and that. So maybe birch is the color to go with here. First I wasn't thinking of that. And the other possibility is using jungle wood maybe as the... No, I just don't think of jungle wood as being useful as a support. I know I'm using that for stairs. Let's make that match with the balcony like that. So it doubles as an awning for the window. Yeah. Good. It is good then to be there, not here, because if we're here, it would be blocking the crops, and we certainly don't want that. Good. I think that's going to be what I'm going to be wanting, but I am going to need to get some spruce and work on that. Let's see, spruce. There's planks. Spruce planks. Any spruce planks around here? No, I do not have spruce planks. So make some. When in doubt, make some. Let's see if I could have a quick look at this before it's sunset. Oh, I did try out that fishing rod. I didn't catch anything useful, but I did bring the fishing rod back to full health, so I will think that that is at least a Oh yeah, you can't do that. Duh. Right. I will do use two 2 layers of spruce because you can't change the material when you're going to planks. Right. Well, I will think on this and see what we come up with. But that will be for our next episode in Finally Plays Minecraft Bretopia.